YouTube channel Code Breakers. So today we are going to see about how the looping works and various other concepts for the looping. So here if you can see there is one array declared which consists of a array data. Now we would be utilizing the array value using the for of operator. So what we will do, we will be iterating this value using the result value as a result as we'll be printing the result value, so we don't require this. So here if we try to print the value using the of operator, it will print all the data present inside the array and it will display over the result. So if you want to check this result, we would be seeing that how this data has been displayed after using the for of operator. So it will iterate through each of the array value and it will print the result. Now, so suppose if we have to get the key value of any of the object value, so we would be utilizing the for in operator. So what does for in operator do? It will iterate through the object and it will get the key name of the data. So suppose we have the key value as a channel name, likes, and the subscriber. So it will iterate through this object and it will print the key value of this object value. So if we have to see the result, we will be seeing something like channel name, likes, and the subscriber, which is nothing but the key value of this object. Now suppose if we have to use the map operator, what does map operator do? It will the, do the same thing uh, it will iterate through this array value, but what is the difference? Like it will be iterating through this new this value, um, array value, and it will assign to the new value, which is nothing but the map. And we would be able to access this value into the new array value. So if we try to print this value as a map value, we can see that all the values with respect to the whichever was present over the ARR as a array data, it would be assigned to the new array data array value, which is nothing but the map. So here this is the result. So now if we have to use the for each operator, so what does for each operator do? It will also do the same thing, but it will not assign to the new array value. So suppose if we try to print this result as a, suppose if we have to give this result value as a new array value similar to the map operator, and if we try to print this result here as a new ARR. Now if we try to see the result for this, so we would be getting the undefined value because it is not creating the new array value and getting assigned to the whatever the result we are getting, because for each is, that is the main difference over the map and the for each. It will not assign to the new array value. So if we have to get this result, we have to print it over the iteration of that same value. So now if we can see using the for each, we get the all the values with respect to the array value using the for each operator. So now we would be seeing how that object.keys works. So what does object.keys do? It iterates through this object value and it will print the keys whichever present over this object value. So using this, if we iterate through this object using the object.keys, it will get the key value for us and it will store it to the result value. So if you see that here, right, whatever the key value was present, whatever the key value was present over this object dot keys, it is displaying the result with respect to the whatever the key was present in the object dot keys. Now suppose, now we'll see how that object dot values works. So for this, it is a similar structure with respect to that same object we have taken, but here what it will do, it will print the key value of that object instead of key value. So in order to print, suppose we have the requirement like we have to get the values of that object. So what it will do, it will iterate through the object values using the object dot values, and we have to assign that object keys, or you can also use the object values here. And if you try to print this result, you would be getting the all the values which is present inside that key or for that object. You would be able to access that key value. Now what does object dot has own property do? Has own property is nothing but the, it will check from your object whether that object is present, your object is having the name keyword. So suppose if you have something like uh, what you can do, you can use this object value as a name and print the result. So what it will see, it will check the result of that value, whether that key is present or not, whether this object has been, object value is present or not. So what we will do, we will give as a name keyword we have given, right? So it will print, I think it will print the result with respect to the whatever the key value is present or not. Now we will see how we can use uh, check if the value is present in that uh, object or not. Suppose you have one for operator of for initialization where you will be iterating through this data, which is nothing but the val. Val, what it will do, it will check that value is present over the result loop, and it will check whether this topic name exists over this object or not. If the topic name exists, then it will print the whole value of that object. So if you can see, right, if the ES6 was present to this array of object, and due to that this result is getting printed. Now suppose you have the two loops present over the array of object, one is this data and one is this data. Now you have to check whether the both the values are present over this loop or not. Suppose you have the val as which is nothing but the JavaScript, and topic which is nothing but the array concept. With respect to that, it will check, it will iterate through these both values, result loop data and the topic details. If those values are present over this, then it will print the result, which is nothing but the val and the topic. So it will check, first iteration it will check whether this value is present in the JavaScript, any of the key value which is having the JavaScript value, and the topic is array concept. So I think we have to check the name, right? Without the topic name, how we will get to know? Val dot topic name and topic name dot name. Then it will check that value if this is JavaScript and which is belongs to the other value as a array concept. If those values are present, then it will print the result as a topic name and the topic details. So now if you see the result, it will give me the topic name and the hour of that, which is nothing but the JavaScript topic name and the hour. And if it is array concept, then it will return the how much, what is the data which is matching over the array concept, which is nothing but the topic details. Now suppose if we have to loop through the array and calculate the array length and print the result of this array value. So suppose we have one array value, and in order to get the length of this array, what we used to do, we used to do front end tag dot length. Dot length will nothing, it will do nothing but it will print the length of this particular array. And if we have to get to know the result of the result value of each array, we have to iterate through using this for loop. What it has three conditions. First it will initialize, second it will check the condition how much length, till that length it will iterate, and third is the iteration, means it will increment one by one and it will print the result. So using for operator we can do, we can iterate through each of the array value and print the result, and we can also get to know the length of this array. Now suppose if we have to check the condition and utilize break or continue using the if operator. So what we will do, we would be having one array of object, and here we will check whether the if the name is code breaker or if the name is food block, we will continue, it, and can also print the result, or we can do any of the other operation, the operation which is needs to be done. We can use the continue statement. And suppose as soon as we will get the code breaker, which would be our last statement suppose, and we have to do some operation till here only, we can break this if condition and it will break this loop and it will print the result. So similarly if we have to do like this, suppose it comes to this array value, to the it will check this value, if it is code breaker. First it will come to this, it will check whether that food block is present or not. As soon as it will come here, it will print the result, and it will it will continue, it will keep on continuing. And as soon as it will else if it will find the result whenever it has been reached to the end of the object, which is nothing but the code breaker, it will break the loop. So suppose we can do like this. Suppose we have the code breaker is the array name as a array object name as a code breaker as a first value. We will keep on continuing. As soon as it will reach to the food block, we will stop this array of object value and we will break this loop and will print the result. So suppose if we have to print this result dot name equal to food block. So what is the error we are getting? So if we have the food block result and the checking the value, we are getting the error illegal break statement. So what we will do, will not break it. If we can print the result again, we get the food block result. What will happen if we put the break here only, we can get the result. So as soon as it will come here to the food block and it will break, it will check that food block has came, this value has came. If you will get the code breaker, it will keep on checking and it will print the continuing checking. As soon as it will iterate to the other object and see if it is a code breaker, no, it will come to the food block and it will print the result and it will come out of the loop. So suppose if we have one more object name as a check result, and if you have the subscriber something like 3k, what it will do, it will not print this value, it will come to here and it will check whether it is a food block, and then it will break the for loop. So we can check this result. So what it does, as soon as it came to the code breaker, it keeps on continuing. That is the what is the we are getting the result. As soon as it came to food block, it broke the loop and it didn't came to this result. In order to print this result, we have to remove this break statement. Get the food blocking. So we have to remove this condition also. So it will print the check result also. Suppose if we have one condition like similar to the other one. So due to that this condition only it was printing the food block result, not because of the break statement. But if we have to break any of the loop which contains this result, so what we can do, we can remove this if, then we can get to know. So suppose if we have this and if we have to print other result like result dot name equal to check result, then console dot log result. Now what it will do, after the break statement, whatever we would be trying to print, it will not print that result. So how we can see this result. So see, it comes to code breaker, it is printing the result and it is continuing. As soon as it comes to this food block, uh, check the result and it will break the statement. It will not print this result. Now in order to get this result, we have to remove this break statement and clear the result and click on play. So now it will check the food block. So what we can do, this needs to be removed. So how we can see the break statement. So suppose I have to print the result for, I have to do some other operation like this needs to be printed. Now if I do using break statement, it will not print. If I remove the break statement and if I try to print this, it will be printed because it's just like it's breaking the loop of, it's just break the if condition loop check and it will print the result. If we will try to, if we have to loop break the any of the if statement after printing the any of the result, if we have to break this conditional, we can use the break statement, and if we have to continue it, we can use the continue. Now and if you don't have to do anything, we can just remove the break and it will print all the values against this result. Understand how break and continue statement works. So what we will do, we will use one for loop in order to understand how this break and the continue statement works. So we will take one for loop and we will iterate till fourth value, and we have given the condition I should be less than 5 and we'll use one increment of it operation. So here first we will see how the continue statement works. So suppose if we have to check the condition, uh, suppose if I value is equal to third value, and as soon as it reaches to the third value, it will continue. It will skip this iteration and it will move on to the other iteration. So what we will do, we will try to print this value and understand what does it prints. So here we will try to print the ith value and see what does it print the result. So here if you see, right, it prints 0th value for after first iteration. Second iteration it prints the first value, and then third iteration it prints the, you can consider it from the 1 starting point as a 1, then I think it would be better to understand. So what we will do, we'll run it again. So suppose we have the first iteration, it will iterate first time and it will print the result for the continue as a value of for the ith first value, and then again it will increment the value for the I, and it will print the result. Again it will check the condition, if I value is equal to 3, no, 2 is equal to the third value. So first iteration it I value would be 1. After checking this condition it will print the result, and the second iteration it will check the value as a 2 is equal to 3, false. It will come out from it will not go inside this statement, it will print the result ith value as a second value, and after the third iteration the value would be 3, and as soon as it matches this condition it will skip this iteration because of the continue statement, and it will not print the third value. And then what it will do, it will go and again it will iterate, it will check the fourth value, and here the condition will again becomes false because 4 is not equal to 3, and then it will print the result as a fourth value, and now the value will get incremented to the fifth value, and here 5 is less than 5, no, if it would have 5 is less than equal to 5, then this condition also would have executed. I'll show you that also. So if you see, right, fifth is also executed because we have given less than equal to 5. Now, so due to that reason, fifth value is executed, and the third value got skipped because we have given the continuous statement and ith value equal to 3. So due to this reason, ith value for the third it got skipped because we have written the continuous statement. Now let's understand how does the break statement works. So suppose we have one condition like I value is equal to fourth. So, and what it will do, it will check and it will break the, we will give the break statement. If you want, we can print the ith value also, break the for loop as soon as its value reaches to fourth, and will print the ith value. So here we will try to print the other values like for other iteration value such as ith value which we have used inside the for loop statement. So for the first iteration when I would be 1, what it will do, we'll see, we will debug it. So for the first iteration ith value would be 1, it will check I1 is equal to 4, no, it will not print this console, and it will print the other iteration value which is 1, and then after this it will again iterate to the second value, 2 is equal to 4, no, it will come out of this if condition because the statement will become false. Here I value would be 2 and the statement will become false, and it will not go inside this condition, and it will print the result for the ith value as a second value. Now iteration will again happen and it will print the third value. So third 3 is less than equal to less than equal to 5, yes, so it will check the third value. If 3 is equal to 4, no, it should match the value in order to execute this statement. So 3 is equal to 4, no, then it will try to print the result for the third value. for the other iteration value. Now again iteration will happen as soon as this value becomes 4, right? So it will print this statement inside the if statement, that break statement for the value has reaches to the fourth value, because I value is 4 and this condition becomes true, and it will break this statement. So what it will happen, it will break the whole for loop statement. Instead of going to the next iteration, which is nothing but fifth for the fifth value, because we have used the break statement to break this for loop iteration. So let's see what does it print the result. So now if we execute the statement and see, like for the first iteration it has printed value 1, second iteration it has printed the value 2, and the third iteration it has printed the value 3. As soon as the value reached to the fourth, it went inside this if statement, which is nothing but the whatever we have printed, that break the for loop as soon as its value reaches to the fourth value, and it will break this statement using the break keyword, and it will stop the execution for the fifth. So due to this reason the fifth value is not printed. So you might be getting confused, right? So we can remove this fourth value. We can write one statement like 4. So here it will reach till fourth iteration only. So as you can see, right, this is for the fourth statement. As soon as this value reached 4, uh, it break the for statement instead of moving to the fifth statement. So this is how break and the continue statements works. So now we will see how the while and the do while condition works. Just for the understanding purpose, I am giving the statement as a while and the do while as a in comments, so that when we will get the output we will able to see the result clearly. So now we will see how do while works. So suppose we have some statement here inside the while, like console.log ith value printed, and we'll give I value, and here we will initialize the ith value as a from the 0. So here what we will do, so we will give one while condition, like while I is less than 5. So what it will do, so do while what it does, do statement executes for the first time, and then irrespective of the condition, whatever the condition it would have, so do will execute for first time always, and then whatever the condition would have given in the while, then it will execute based on that. So let's see how this value gets printed. You can give one apostrophe, it will print as a I value printed. Okay, and we will execute this statement and see. So we can see, oh, I think iteration went off, so we'll see what is the what went wrong. So as we can see, right, ith value is 0. It is keep on printing because we have missed some condition here. So what we will do, we'll give as a ith value as a till 1, clear the result and print. So ith value is printed as a undefined because we have not initialized this value, so we'll initialize this value to 0 and we'll see. So what we will do, we'll give till, so if 0 is less than 1, or what we can do, we can give 1. So in order to understand whether do while condition, how does do condition executes, so irrespective of the condition do will be executed once. So we'll see the result. the input. What is the mistake we are doing here? So let's see, we'll print here 0th value and see. So if you see, right, ith value is getting printed here. Okay, what we will do, okay, we are not incrementing the ith value. Okay, let's see it again. We'll stop the execution and we will print the result, and we can see I value is getting 0th is getting printed even, and then as soon as ith value is becoming 1, it will stop the execution. So what I will do, I will give 1. So now 1 is less than 1? No, right? So we'll see here how this execution works. So you can see, right, one value is printed even though the condition is 1 is less than 1. So what it is doing, do statement will be executed at once even though the condition is false. So do statement always works. Whatever we write inside the do statement, it will work. So now we will see how it will work if the value is uh, more than 4. What it will do, how do while will work. So we'll see here the iteration. So you can see, right, it executed first time, it will execute till this condition will become false. So first time it has executed and as a ith value as a 1, and it has printed this statement, and then we have incremented the ith value to the second value. So 2 is less than 4. Yeah, correct, 2 is less than 4. So it executes the do statement as soon as the loops, and we increment the value. As soon as the loop, it will keep on checking till the value is less than 4. As soon as the value will become more than 4, it will stop the execution and break the statement. So suppose now we have 2 is less than 4, the statement is true, right? Statement is true because 2 is less than 4, and it will print the result as a ith value as a second value. Now we will increment the value. It will increment the after execution this statement, console statement, it will again increment the value to the third value. So now 3 is less than 4. Yes, the statement is true. So now the statement is true. So what it will do, it will print the result for the do while for do condition, do while condition, and it will print the iteration as the third value. Now the loops will after printing this statement, again the increment will happen and it will reach to the fourth value. Now it will check 4 is less than 4. Now statement will become false and execution stops here. So this is how the do while statement works. Only the difference is do statement always gets executed even though the condition is in at the start only if the condition is false, which I have shown you before like this only, right? So 1 is less than, so statement is false. 1 is not less than 1. So because we have given only less than instead of giving the equal to. So do statement will always gets executed uh, at the first. Later it would be based on the condition whatever we write. So if you see, right, so if the I is less than 1, what is the end of the statement we have given? We'll clear it and check it again. Okay, what we will do, unexpected end of the statement in the line number 16047. Okay, what we will do, we'll give some more, we'll give the I value as a second value at least, and see what is going wrong. So one value is printed even though the, so for the one condition it is true, but I don't know why it is not printing for the first iteration. Yeah, it has printed, right? One value is ith value printed 1 even though 1 is less than 1. So this is how the do while statement works. While condition is nothing but it will check the iteration. Suppose we give some value like while I is less than 5, and will console the, it's just a simple one, but we have some condition over the while loop. So what it will do, iteration comma I, and we will increment the ith value, and we will declare the ith value from the 0th value. So what it will do, it will check this condition for the ith value till this condition, till execution will stop as soon as this condition will become false. So we will try to print this result for a while statement. Unexpected end of the token, where it went wrong. I will see. Okay, that ith is true, I is less than, should give from first value. So here if you can see, right, first, second, third and the fourth, till fourth iteration it runs, because it will keep on checking the iteration. For some reason it is not working for the ith 0. We'll see. So as soon as ith value would be 1, so the statement will be true, it will print the console and it will increment the value to second. Similarly for second, third and fourth. As soon as the value reaches the false or fifth, the statement will become false and the execution will stop, because the 5 is less than 5. If you would have equal to, less than equal to, then it would have printed the fifth value also. Now we will see why it was not printing for the 0th value, because it should print the 0th value also. Yeah, it is printing. Due to some execution error it was not printing. So you can see, right, iteration 0th is also printing. So this is how the while and the do while statement works. The switch case statement works. So basically using the switch case statement we can check the multiple condition at once, instead of using the if else condition multiple times. So here what we'll do, we will try to utilize the date method in order to check that which day, which weekday it is, and based on the weekdays we will print the result. So what we will do, we will try to use the date method. So here we can use like this, and then what we will do, we will create one method. We'll get to know what are the methods available to get the day, date, day or the full year. We will utilize the get day method in order to get to know which day, which weekday it is. So we'll just see the what are, how it works. So I will just show you the date methods, how we can use it. So get day, date dot get full year, and then we'll see the result. So now if I try to run this code, so you can see, right, the 17th is the date, 0th is the day. Generally it prints in the form of an integer in order to get to know which weekday it is. 0th stand for the Sunday, and similarly one for Monday, 2 for Tuesday it is 2, and 3 for the Wednesday. It prints in the form of an integer. So if we have the, if you have to get the full year, we will utilize date dot get full year. So this will print the result as follows. So now what we will do, we will take the get day method. Similarly other methods are also available for the date method. So here what I will do, I will use the date dot get day method in order to get to know which weekdays it is, and then based on that I will print the result. So let's consider, let weekdays equal to date dot get day. Now what I will do, I will check using this condition, switch weekdays, and then we will write some case statement which will help me to determine which weekday it is. So if it is 0, then it is Sunday, and we will break this loop using the break keyword. You can say case 1, then Monday, so similarly Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'll just write all the cases. I missed the break statement here. We can add the break statement, and we also have one default statement. If above condition doesn't matches, it will print as a default statement error that I didn't receive the, we don't need break here. So suppose I will just copy paste for other weekdays, 7. So what I will do, fifth, Wednesday, Friday, and 7 is for Saturday. So here what it will do, from the weekdays I am fetching the get day, and here I will receive integer value either 0, 1, 2, 3. Based on this value, I will try to print the result. So if it is a 0 value, then I will print it as a Sunday. If it is for 1, I will print it as a Monday, and similarly for the other condition. So if we have to use the if else statement, it would be like too much statement we have to write with respect to the if else. So in order to avoid that, we will utilize the switch case statement. So in order to prevent it from writing the multiple ifs. So now there is one more statement here, one more keyword we have as a default value. So default value would be printed only if these all condition doesn't match. So suppose if in the weekdays, if we will write, we will not get the days of the week. So suppose if I print, add some result here like something which is not related to this condition, something like error. So what it will do, it will print, it will match all these condition, and if it doesn't found all these cases, it will return the default value. So now we will see how does this work. Day dot get day. So now if we try to get this result, see here it has checked what is the day, what is the weekday using date dot get day method. So it is getting the 0th value, and if it is a 0th value, then it is printing as a console.log Sunday. So now if I have to check the other condition, what I will do, I'll just pass the value as a to value. So now what does it will print? It will print it as a Tuesday value. So if I run this code again, so I think it, this statement got some issue. So it should be in the form of a string, I guess. I'll try to print it as a string and see. printing the result. Why? So date equal to new date. Okay, what we will do, we'll pass this value only to this statement. What happen if I print 3? So if you will see, it is printing me as a error because it didn't found anything with respect to 3 value, because I have missed the value for the 3. So due to that, it went to inside the default statement and it has printed error. Due to this, it is not printing any of the weekdays. Okay, probably there is some mistake. If we will change the value as a 4, 5, because we started with 0, 6. So now if we try to run this code again, so you can see this is Wednesday. So if the weekdays is 3, it will go to this inside the switch case statement and it will check the result, what is the value present. So if it is a 3, then it will check that it is a Wednesday and it will print the result. So now if I have to print the, so it is not necessary like we have to print the default value only at the last. We can place it anywhere, either in between or at the start. We can place it anywhere. Now what I will do, I will give some value as a 9. So we'll see whether while placing, instead of placing at the last default statement, if I will put here, what it will happen. So it is printing error, and since I haven't added the break statement here, due to that it is going to the case 3 also and it is printing that result also. Now I have added the break statement for default, and if I try to print this result, we'll comment this console. So if you see, right, it is printing me the error because we have given the 9 value and there is no case written with respect to the 9th value. So due to that, it is going to the default statement and it is printing the error. Either if you will try to place it at the top also and see, and if I run the code again, so we will get the same error. Okay, I think I have missed the break statement here. So now if you load the error, so you can see, right, we are getting the error. You can place the default statement any place, anywhere. So now what I will do, I will just place this condition below, and it's the same thing, it will print the result at the last. So now what I will do, I will try to see another condition. If we have to match the two condition similar way and then print the result. So suppose if we have the two statement which it should have the same condition. Suppose what I'm trying to say, suppose if we have some value either as 2 or value either as 3, then I have to print the result is true. So something similar to this, I have to make it over the switch case statement. So what I will do, I will write something like, if we have the case 0 and if we have the case 1, both these two cases would be there, then I will be printing the console as a Monday, else it will go on with the respective condition. So now if you see, for these two condition, which is nothing but the similar to the if value, where we would be having the two condition check, like if value is 2 or the 3, or you can say if value is 0 and if value is 1, then print the result as a true. I have written like this, or you can say it is a Monday. So now if I see here this condition and this condition, it's similar, but here what I am doing here, I am utilizing over the if statement, but here I am using the switch case statement. So the point is, in order to understand this condition and make this condition should be utilized over the switch case statement, I have written inside the switch case statement something like this. Now we will see, while after running the code, how this condition works over the switch case. So now if I give one value, or you can say zero value, we'll check with zero value. So now with respect to the zero value, it should print the Monday, and with respect to the one value, it should print the Monday. Now we'll see. So it is printing Monday, because what we have done for the weekday 0 also, we have utilized this same condition as a Monday. For one value also, it will print the same thing. So now if I give weekday as a one value, and if we try to print the result, it will be showing as the same value as a Monday. Now if I change it to 2, so just for checking purpose, I have given the value as a 2. So see, so this all condition also works along with the two matching conditions. So either 0 or the 1, it will print the same result as a Monday. So now what I will do, so if you see, right, for 0, either 0 or the 1, the same result it is printing. So which is nothing but the, when we use the if condition, if we have to match the same value uh, to same value and print the result as a Monday. So this is how the switch case statement works, and I have also explained, like, you can use the default statement anywhere in your code. It's not necessary like we have to print at the last only. And how the date methods works, we have multiple methods. Suppose these are the methods you would be seeing: get hours, get millisecond, get minutes, months. If you have to get the UTC date, UTC day, or UTC full year, hours, millisecond, we can utilize using the date method. So this is also one of the methods which would be helpful in order to get all the date, year, month along with the UTC dates and the years. So this is how the switch case statement works. I think we can remove this and write something like switch case statement, and then this is the way we have to write the syntax for the switch case statement. So now I will just give you the overview again. So how this is working now, since I have given the static value, I will change it to get day, and then it will get the day, and I will write again like for today's, it is taking as a Sunday value. So now for the, I will just give you the quick overview. Like here what we are doing, we are getting the day, and we are utilizing this weekdays value, which would be nothing but it will take the 0th value for today, and then based on this value it will be printing the console log as a Sunday value. We can utilize the default statement in our, if above condition doesn't matches from 0 to 6, and then it will come to this default statement and it will print the result, similar to the else condition. Generally we used to write like here, if these two values doesn't matches, then it should print the console.log as a default. See, which is nothing but the similar to the if else statement. Yeah, else statement we used to write if above condition doesn't matches. Similarly here, default statement, which will help you to utilize if above condition doesn't matches, then we can print the result as a default statement. And now if we have to match the multiple condition, we can just utilize like case 0, case 1, and then we can remove this break statement So something like this will be helpful for you to match the multiple condition in order to check whether the two values are should be having the same value. Means if we have 0th or the 1, then we can print the console message as a Monday. So yeah, so that's it for the switch case statement. Use of maps. So maps is nothing but it is generally used to create the set of the value in the form of a key and the value. So we will see how what is the syntax and how it works. So I will create one map. Let map val equal to new map. So I have created this map. Now I will use the set method to create the key value pair inside the map val. So map val dot set. Suppose I will take as a channel name and value would be code breaker. And now I will set one more value inside map as subscriber, comma, and suppose I give okay. So now I have created the two value. I have set the two value inside a map. So now we will check what is the value inside the map. So we will console this map well, and we will see how what is the value has been inserted over the map. So if we will see this value, so we can see two values are there inside the map in the form of a key value. One is a string value and one is the integer value. So key name here is nothing but the channel name, which is nothing but the code breaker, and the um, another map value is subscriber, and the value is 3200. Now what I will do, I will try to get the value of the map from the map. So for that we have to use the get method. So in order to get the value inside the map, we have to give the key value to get the value inside the for the map, whichever value we have to get that. So suppose I have given the key value as a channel name. So here the result would be the key value of the channel name. So what is the key value of the channel name is the code breaker. So as we have seen, right, this is one map value, this is another map value, and if we it is written in the form of a key value, and if we try to get this key value get this key, so we'll receive the value as a code breaker. So we'll see how what is the value it is returned after doing the get method. Let so what I will do, I will store it one of the variable as a result map, and then I will try to print this result over the console. So as you can see, right, this is the value it has been printed because I have tried to access the key value key of this first set of the channel name. Sorry, we can say like we can get the value of this key in order to get the map value for this set. Now if I have to delete this value, what we have to do? If I have to delete this set, so what I will do, first I will print this map val, and then I will delete the value. Let delete map equal to map val dot delete, and then we have to give the key which set you have to remove delete it. So suppose I have to delete subscriber, and now you will see first it will print all the what are the map value has been present, these two value would be there, and then I will delete this value and I will print this value. What are the results present after the deleting the map? So this value would be deleted, sorry, and then I will print the value again of the map. So let's see. So first you saw, right, there are two values were present inside the map, and then I have deleted this use the this delete map by utilizing the key of this map, and then I have printed the result. What would be the available result after deleting this value inside the map? So if you can see, right, there is only one value present inside the map. Now suppose if I have to get the size of the map, so what we have to do, we can use dot size to get the size of the map. So let's see, you can see, right, there are two has been printed, so that determines that the size of this map is how much, 2. So if we have multiple values and if we have to check some condition based on the size, if the size is 2 or size is 3, so we can utilize using the map val dot size. We can do directly like this, or what we can do, we can store in one of the size map, and then we can get the map val size and write some condition, whichever it is, either in the form of a if else or switch case statement. Based on your requirement, we can do that. Now we will see there is one more method present, has method is nothing but it takes the key and checks whether that value is present, whether that key is present over that map or not. So it takes the key and it will check whether that key is present over this map, and it will return the boolean value. So let's see. So if I run this code, what is that? Channel name is not defined. So if I go at it down, what does it is saying? Channel name. So I think this is the same value. It is saying like that. Let's see again. So yeah, so you can see, right, true value it is returning because this key is present over this map, right? Now what I will do, I will just try to remove some data, remove some different key, channel suppose, okay, or you can say likes. If I try to access this likes, but likes is not present over this map, so what is the value it will return? Yeah, it will return as a false value. So let's see. If you can see, right, it has returned false value because there is no map which with the key as a likes. So due to that, it is returning as a false value. So now suppose if I have to iterate through this map, I have to iterate the value of this map. So what we will do, we can use map_val.entries in order to iterate through this map and print the result. So what I will do, let's do for let val of map val dot entries. So using the entries, what we can do, we will try to print the val value. So it is nothing but it will iterate through all the entries inside this map, key and the value, and it will give us the result. If you can see, right, these are the keys and the value for the map in the form of a array, and this is the another map. So using the entries, we can iterate through all the maps and get the result. Now suppose if you have to utilize only key value, iterate through all the map value and utilize some key or the value, and based on that you have to write some condition. So how you will do that? What I will do, I will remove this one also. Now we have map val. So okay, let's do like this. will utilize the for each in order to iterate through this map and try to access the value and key. So let's understand, if we have to write some condition based on the value, how we can do that, or any of the key, and we have to iterate through all the maps. So we can utilize like something like this. Let's see the result. So you can see, right, this is the value and this is the key and this is the value and this is the key. Suppose you have to write some condition like if value equal to channel name, which is nothing but the same, this one. Then console channel name found, something like this, based on your requirement. So if you are using the map, so if you see, right, so channel name found, it is not printing, so value equal to the channel name. So key it is not taking. What I will do, if value equal to, there would be nothing, value is equal to channel name, so due to that it is not finding. So for this, if you have to get this, you have to write the key. If the key is channel name, then it will print the channel name found, and I will try to print the value of the channel name. Okay, let's see. You can see, right, 3200 subscriber, sorry, channel name found. This is printing if the channel name, if it gets the key as a channel name, then what is the channel name is nothing but the code breaker through this object. Okay, this is getting confused, right? I will just remove this console and we'll see it again. So now you can see, right, channel name found. What is the channel name? We tried to access one of the key value. We were trying to get the one of the channel name as a key value, and we are trying to print the result as a, what is the channel name found as a code break. So yeah, so these are the methods which are present over the map. If you suppose, if you have to modify something like subscriber or any of the values inside the map, how we can do it? So nothing but the, what you can do, you can set the key value, right? How we used to do, we used to set the subscriber, because there might be a chance that like subscriber may increase or decrease. Probably it may increase. So if I try to print this result of the map well, what was earlier and what would be the modified value? So earlier map well, this is nothing but the, if you try to modify, if you have to modify some map value, you can use set method again. So after some days, you can say, just an example I'm taking. So now if you try to print, right, so earlier what was the map value? So channel name code breaker subscriber 3200, and then later, okay, it got added because I have given the wrong key name, subscriber. What you can, best practices, you can copy it, and then so this key value would be same. Now if you see, right, what was the subscriber earlier? After some days the subscriber got changed. So using something like set method, you can change the value, and you can uh, print the same value. This is how we can modify the set value. So yeah, guys, so that's it for this course, for looping of the all the maps using the switch case statement, break and continue, and then iterating through the arrays. So yeah, all the topics with respect to the looping has been covered here. So if you like my video, please do subscribe Codebreaker. Yeah, that's it guys. Thank you.